Hey, we're back in Norwalk. Mike Effner along with Chris Larson getting ready for this Week 2 matchup between Norwalk and Des Moines Lincoln. Both teams come into it with a 1-0 record, and they're going to go out and recreate the coin toss now, and we'll see who's going to get the ball first for the Elmira opening kickoff. Got to mention now we've got it's time for the Chicken Instant Radio Update here. More scores rolling in, and North Polk has scored again. Now leads 14-0 over Pella. With 1:46 left in the first quarter. It was a fumble, I believe, that led to that score, and so North Polk 14-0 over Pella, and Pella Christian has scored again. They now lead Panorama 14-3 after trailing early. Second offensive play of the game. Isaac Kakmarinsky goes 64 yards for a touchdown, and it's 14-3, and that Pella North Polk game has now reached the end of the first quarter. There with North Polk leading Pella 14-0.
What do you think, Mike? Kakmarinsky scoring touchdowns at Pella Christian.
That's never
strange.
happened before, has it?
Yeah, that's a little odd.
So I didn't see what they. There's a lot of smoke in our.
I think we're going to receive.
Norwalk's going to receive. I didn't know.
We did the LeBron James puff here, and so we got a little smog to get through here.
So Des Moines Lincoln's going to kick it off here to Norwalk. Who
having the offense on the field early, right? You want to get out there and get after it right away.
Yeah, I didn't see who actually won the toss, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Patterson decided we want to go out there first and just put 7 on the board. And you look at what they did last week again. Landon Hochstein, 20 for 23, 315 yards passing. Averaged 15.8 yards per completion, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Also led the team with 69 rushing yards and scored from rushing the ball as well. Dominic Tigner had 14 carries for 55 yards and 1 touchdown. And then the receivers, the leader was Dylan Rank, 6 catches for 135 yards and 1 touchdown. Jackson Campbell, Kayla Rodman, and Braden Carlson also hauled in touchdowns on the night. And we'll see who the heroes will be this week.
Right. Always fun to get after it here, and we're ready for kickoff.
And teeing it up is going to be number 12, Harry Sturr for Des Moines Lincoln. Tonight's opening kick is presented by Elmira Mexican Restaurant in Norwalk.
Kicking off for Lincoln is number 12, Harry Sturr.
Ball set on the 40-yard line. Sturr's kick slows down and gives it a little onside, kind of a squib. They're chasing it down, and it's dove on by Norwalk at the 37.
I think maybe Jackson Campbell there on the recovery. Maybe, no, I think it's 6. Chase Borcher.
So not a bad idea there for Des Moines Lincoln.
Absolutely.
Gave it a shot. It was on the ground for a long time, just rolled a little too far down the field. And the opening kick has been presented by Elmira Mexican Restaurant. Elmira is the perfect place for those family get-togethers, business lunches, dinners, cocktail receptions, private events, or a quick stop after the game. Elmira Mexican Restaurant in Norwalk. And they're going to come out right away in shotgun. Hookstein with Tigner beside him.
They like to go big early, so let's keep an eye on it.
And a little down and out there, and they find a receiver on the left side. He's first down catch and out of bounds.
Pretty easy pitch and catch right there for Landon and Braden. I believe Braden had 9 receptions last week. Is that right? He's kind of that possession guy, and we have some burners on the outside.
And Patterson mentioned they might do this, coming out in no huddle here in the pistol. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Back to throw, this time looking right down the seam, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver and picked off by Des Moines Lincoln. Didn't catch a number on the interceptor there.
Number 10 there for Des Moines Lincoln. That'd be Anthony Moist.
Anthony Moist, a senior, comes up with the interception. It was in and out of the hands. A good throw there by the Norwalk receiver. Couldn't haul it in. Stayed in the air, and Moist was able to pick it off and get about a 5 or 6 yard return.
Just popped right into his hands. Went through Skylar Olson's hands and popped right up, and a relatively easy interception for the Des Moines Lincoln Rail Splitters.
So there we talked about turnovers being big, and second play of the game, Norwalk's first turnover of the game. It's going to set up Des Moines Lincoln at their own 33-yard line. Just 30 seconds into the first quarter. And Lincoln's coming out in shotgun as well. They give a little inside handoff and a nice tackle made out there on the perimeter.
Caden Tompkins right there, reading that perfectly from his cornerback position, and just a really fundamentally sound tackle by him.
Second down and 12.
Inside handoff there. Was that Parker on the carry?
Yeah.
On the play by Tompkins.
Loss of 2 is going to set up a second down and 12. The Rails at their own 31-yard line.
Kind of interesting. I enjoyed this last week watching Pella. It's going to be interesting to see how teams decide to attack the Warrior defense. Let's be honest, it's going to be really hard to get anything going in the middle with the big guys up front, and so it'll be fun to see. It's going to be a delay of game here.
Yeah, they were taking their time, and I think you'll see that. They're probably going to milk that play clock a little and try to just keep the ball in their own possession and keep it out of Norwalk's hands as long as possible. It's going to cost them 5 years.
Well, I think they got a timeout right before. Nope, you're right.
Offense.
So a loss of 2 on first down?
I think.
No, maybe not.
Timeout.
Yep, that's what I thought.
They're going to keep it right at the 31. They did get the timeout in time. So we'll take a break right along with them here. Short timeout. Be back right after this on KNIA-KRLS.com.
Before the delay of game.
And we're back to action here in Norwalk. It's going to be second down and 12 for Des Moines Lincoln. Looking to throw this time. A short little swing pass out there. And that is Demarius Parker, number 22, on the short catch and turned it into a nice gain.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we were talking about. You see how they were able to get it out to the perimeter, right, and work the edge a little bit. And so that was a successful second down play to bring up a manageable third down.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 6 from the 37. We'll see if they get this snapped a little quicker this time.
They look like they're ready a little bit.
Yeah, they're up to the line. 15 still on the play clock. 3rd down and 6 here. Landon Walters going to keep it this time. He's not going to get much.
Well, that was Big Maddox in there, I believe.
Yeah, they ran to his side, and not always a good idea.
No.
No gain in the play.
Gain of nothing on the play. The ball spotted right at the 37. And we're going to see a punt here after a 3 and out for Des Moines Lincoln. It'll be number 8, Fisher Wilson, coming on to punt.
Kayla Rodman deep for the Warriors.
Rodman back deep for the Warriors.
So we've seen 5 plays so far. Norwalk, an interception on the second play from scrimmage, and now a 3 and out for the Norwalk defense. Kick is away. It's got some decent hang time. Fair catch called for by Rodman at about the 31 or 2, and that's where Norwalk will set up shop here on their second drive of the game. I don't think you'll see much of a change in the game plan.
Nope. And let's be fair, and it's going to happen from time to time, but that one you can't really put on Landon. He threw a really good ball. Just snuck through Skylar's hands. It's not going to happen again.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to Skylar here just to give him a chance to redeem himself.
Yep.
Ball at the 32, 9:44 left in the first quarter. No score here in Norwalk. And
There's Dylan.
Pass over the middle to Rank, caught for a first down. He's fighting for extra yards, and he's finally pulled down at about the 47, gain of 15 on the play.
One of the advantages the Warriors have is they have Dylan Rank and Braden Carlson as their big receivers, and when they can get them the ball past that front line, they're such big guys, they're really hard for the secondary to bring down.
No huddle again, a little short dump off into the flat there. They're going to pick up about 6 yards before Rodman is forced out of bounds after the catch. So a little dink and dunk there.
Yep. But that's kind of an extension of the run game for Norwalk, and they're getting 5 yards a crack. They'll keep taking that if the coverage is going to be this far off.
Across midfield, they got 7 yards on the play. Hookstein now back to pass. Good protection. Hits his man. That's Rank again, crossing the field. Breaks one tackle. Now gets inside the 40. Down to about the 37. Another throw right on target there from Landon.
Well, and there it is again. And when you have a 6'3", 185 high school receiver, he's not just going to run out of bounds. He's going to go get a little contact after he makes the catch.
So a couple of catches now for Rank on this drive.
Warriors have been pretty much 5 out or 5 wide this whole possession.
Yeah, 3 wide, 2 left. Now we got a man in motion, and they're going to give it to him on the sweep. He's got a blocker.
Yep.
Oh, he's got some speed on the outside. He breaks the tackle, and he gets inside the 10, pushed out of bounds finally at about the 7. Skylar Olson, there's your redemption.
Yep, and I love the way Coach Patterson and Coach Rampton running the offense decided to get him the ball. Not just by throwing it to him, but doing that jet sweep, so he's able to get the ball in his hands, feeling good about himself. You see why they love him. His speed is phenomenal.
Yeah, he really should have. They're actually pushed out at the 19 is where they're going to spot it. Now, Hookstein rolling out, throws into a crowd down there, and it's incomplete. That'll set up 2nd down and 10. From the Rail Splitters 19-yard line. 8:38 left in the first quarter. No score.
Little confusion down there in that route tree. You could tell we ended up with 3 receivers all kind of in the same location.
One thing you notice so far is Hookstein doesn't have the ball a long time, but he's getting really good protection right now.
There's Dominic Tigner breaking out of there.
Yeah, Tigner, not much there originally, but he breaks to the outside, and he's inside the left pylon for a touchdown. Touchdown Warriors, 8:29 to go.
Well, like I said, we have that pass, and now, we have a big offensive line, and Dominic Tigner is one tough fella, and he was touched a couple times, but he wasn't going to go down, and he was able to score from about 15 yards out.
19 yards is where it was. Yeah, looked like there wasn't a lot there at first, but he had the quickness to bounce it outside, and they weren't going to catch him at the corner. Now on for the extra point. It's going to be Gabe Johnson. Braden Carlson does the holding. Kick is up and through, and it's 7-0. Norwalk strikes first here with 8:29 left in the opening quarter. Nice little drive there from about their own 37. And so Norwalk takes that early 7-0 lead here over Des Moines Lincoln. We'll take a quick break here on KNA KRLS. Be back right after this. And welcome back to Norwalk here. The Warriors have just scored to go up 7-0 over Des Moines Lincoln. And they kicked that out of bounds.
Yep, the ball went out of bounds there, Gabe's kick. He's also an experienced kicker and one of my favorite guys, a cancer survivor from a few years back, and just one of the great stories that this senior class has to offer. So Lincoln will take over here at the 35-yard line to start their second drive of the game.
Yeah, so a 3-and-out, the first drive for Des Moines Lincoln. Let's see what they do this time around. I think they'll probably try to establish some kind of a running game.
At their own 35.
And just play ball control,
It's kind of interesting. If I'm a team, I'm probably looking at that perimeter. I liked the pass that they had to get a little bit outside, just a short, easy, high probability catch, and they got some yards off of that. Let's see what happens here.
A throw out there, a little contact on the throw to the left side, but Don't see a penalty flag down there. The intended receiver was number 13, Aaron Guerrero. Pass a little bit off target there from Landon Walters.
Yeah, and honestly, it almost looked like Caden Tompkins might have had the best crack at that, but yeah, they kind of collided, and the pass was very short.
I think a good no call there.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't always see uncatchable short, but that was kind of uncatchable, I think.
2nd and 10 now. Des Moines Lincoln at their own 35-yard line. Quarterback going to roll left, and he's hit hard as he tried to turn it up inside.
Yep, not much there. All the linebackers.
Harrison Tripp, I believe, initially hit him.
Will Clark, I think, got in there to help, and really just great pursuit by our linebackers, and our big boys obviously stuffing it up front.
Loss of a long one there will bring up 3rd down and 11, so another 3rd and long situation for Des Moines Lincoln. Not what they want to be is behind the sticks.
Nope, I do see Cole Johnson got in there. I noticed Colton Borcherding Johnson came off favoring his shoulder, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that.
Landon Walters once again in the shotgun, fakes the inside handoff, looking down, throw over the middle is tipped and intercepted by Norwalk.
That's Will Clark right there.
Will Clark had a big game a week ago, and he's had a good start tonight. Ball was tipped there. He bobbled it a little bit, but picked it off at about the 40 and ran it back. A few yards, going to put Norwalk in great field position here for their 3rd drive of the game.
Yeah, well, and for those listeners who remember back in 2019, I believe, Will's brother was Ben, and he was one of our best defenders. I think he was an all-state performer that year. Norwalk had a great season, made the state quarterfinals. Will wearing a very familiar number 32, because that was Ben's number as well.
Okay. That's why you're the best color man in the business.
There we go.
For stories like that. Now we got a completion here. Short gain on the reception there was number 20, Skylar Olson. A short gain. They're going to go no huddle. That play started on the 30 down to the 28, so a gain of 2.
Okay, let's see if we can't pop it in here again. Again, Norwalk's doing a nice job of spreading the ball around. Already we've completed to 4 of our 5 big receivers.
Hookstein, another short throw, caught by Olson, so another opportunity for him. He gets just short of the 1st down. They're going to mark it actually about the 22.
Yep. But I really like what Landon's doing here, right? They're playing off coverage, and it's really impressive, and it's fun to watch his maturity. I think he used to get impatient a little bit easier, last year with this. Now he'll just take the 5 yards and keep moving downfield, trust his receivers, doing a nice job.
Brings up 3rd and 1, another short throw. It's behind the receiver. He makes a nice catch, and he's got a 1st down. Turns the corner and is knocked out of bounds inside the 10. Jackson Campbell there.
And I was about to say, let's look for number 5, Jackson Campbell. He is the 5th receiver, so already in the 1st quarter, we've completed passes to 5 different receivers and had a touchdown by Dominic Tigner. That is what you call sharing the football and moving it around.
I think that's what's going to make this team so good this year is if you want to try to shut down one guy, they're just going to go to somebody else.
Yeah.
And the ball was marked down at the 12-yard line.
I think that we might have a equipment malfunction here. Aiden Harder now checks in at receiver. He's also the backup quarterback. So
and watch out for the flanker pass then.
Let's see what we got. Going in motion.
The scoreboard says 3rd and 1, but that was a 1st down reception there. Now a false start, so you don't want to see that when you're knocking on the door, but they'll move Norwalk back 5 yards here. Warriors lead 7-0 over Des Moines Lincoln, 6:17 left in the opening quarter.
You bring up how diverse this team is and all the different weapons. I don't know if you're much of a fantasy football player, but it reminds me a lot of my fantasy football team. I have a lot of weapons, Mike. And I have a few friends who are listening, and they're a little shady, and so I wanted to make sure I get that in to jab them a little bit.
Hey, nice throw there for a touchdown. Hochstein on the rollout, and he hits his man inside the 5, and he turns it up. It's a touchdown for Dylan Rank. So again, he continues to spread the wealth About a 10-yard touchdown there.
Speaking of weapons, it could barely get out of my mouth, and right there, he's finding maybe his favorite weapon. I don't even know if he has a favorite. He shares the ball so well. But like you said, it makes this team just so hard to defend.
Yeah, and one thing you've really noticed so far is just how well Landon Hookstein throws on the run. I don't know if I didn't see him last year to know how good he was at that, but beautiful ball thrown there for the second touchdown of the game. Now the extra point is up and through the uprights by Gabe Johnson, and just like that, it's 14-0 Norwalk over Des Moines Lincoln here. You're listening to high school football on KNIA, KRLS.com, KNIA3 The Stream, and we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to Norwalk. Mike Effner along with Chris Larson here. And after a turnover on their first possession of the game, Norwalk has put together a nice drive. Then they got the interception there and quickly struck again, capping that drive on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Landon Hookstein to Dylan Rank. And Gabe Johnson 2 for 2 on his PATs. And it's 14-0, not even midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and not only, we talked about this, right? Not just winning, but how we're winning, right? It's great execution. We're spreading the ball around. The blocking's good. Very few penalties so far. Let's see how we do on kick coverage this time.
Kickoff down to about the 11-yard line. And a nice tackle.
Fumble
Too. A good tackle from behind. Was that number 44?
Harrison Tripp,
Harrison
middle
Tripp.
linebacker.
Ball came loose.
Fumble return.
I think he landed on it and was able to get it back. But really great hustle there by Harrison. Shot right down the middle of the field to make the tackle.
Yeah, the return man was trying to get out to the left side, and Tripp, having none of it, makes the tackle inside the 20. Lincoln will set up shop from their own 19 with 6:02 left here in the first quarter. And it's time for the Chicken Instant Radio Update. We'll get you a few scores here as we can. Pella Christian now up 21-3 over Panorama. Isaac Kakmarinsky, a 45-yard touchdown run. Indianola on top 7-0 over Glenwood. And we got a running play out to the right here, and a little room there out on the outside. Finally drug down.
Fisher Wilson.
Fisher Wilson on the carry. Before that play, Lincoln had 3 carries for a total of -3, so they're over 0 now.
They got back into the black numbers.
Look at a few more scores. End of the first now. Pella Christian 21, Panorama 3. Now 28-3, as they're really pouring it on against Panorama. Indianola scored again. They're up 14-0 against Glenwood on a 77-yard run by Edgington.
Run up the middle. Oh, he's
got some good speed. Found a crease there and bounces to the right side. Finally pushed out of bounds after crossing midfield. That was Fisher Wilson again on the run.
So Wilson finding a little success on this drive. Let's see if the Warriors can't bow up. Good hustle by Caden Borcherding Johnson there to get him from behind and pull him down.
Yeah, so after not gaining much there in their first couple of possessions, a couple big plays in a row, that one gets them into Norwalk territory with 5:10 left in the first quarter. They're at the 45-yard line. See if they go back to Fisher Wilson again. This time a good pressure up the middle, and a throw out to the left side is incomplete.
You know, I'm going to take this moment, though, to compliment Landon again, because you watch a good high school quarterback or just a high school quarterback on some of these throws, and you're like, well, that's not good. Landon's accuracy is so good for a high school quarterback. Like, you just don't see him missing balls. I mean, we think if the receivers are reaching for it, he's a little bit off.
And again, shotgun formation. We got 3 receivers out to the left, now a man in motion, and a penalty, a pre-snap penalty. We're going to have motion.
Yeah, that's going to move them back 5 more.
Snap. False start. Offense number 77.
False start there in the offensive line of Des Moines Lincoln. That'll push him back right to midfield for a 2nd and 15.
So let me ask you, you've been doing high school sports a long time.
For a little while.
Are you a fan of the microphone for high school referees?
I actually like it.
Okay, all right.
You know, it keeps people, I think they'll pay a little more attention to the call, and, you know, they appreciate hearing it.
It sure has evolved. There's no doubt about that. The game, that is.
10 years ago, you really didn't see that.
Nope.
Pass now complete into the slot. Man's got some room here, number 13. It looks like Aaron Guerrero.
Yeah, he sure did, and then he was able to make one cut and get up the field a little bit. Lincoln's finding some openings here on this drive.
Yeah, we talked about that and having a little speed, and we're seeing it here from a couple guys at the running position, now a receiver.
Yeah.
Guerrero just find that little spot there where the opening in the defense was, and they get 25 yards out of it. Now down to the Warrior 25-yard line. Landon Walters inside handoff, and another big gain here. Rambling up the middle, it's Fisher Wilson again.
Yeah, they're sure finding something both up the middle and on the edge a little bit. I tried to watch, and it's a pretty simple, I think, blocking scheme up front. You know, I don't see anybody trapping or anything. It just looks like helmet on helmet, and they're doing a good job right now on this drive.
And they're down to the 11-yard line now after 14 on that game by Fisher Wilson, who's really racking up the yards.
Let's see if the Warriors can't bow up down here. Yep, there's going to be another false start.
They'll drive back Lincoln 5 yards. They'll put him back on the 16.
You know, we talked about this at the beginning of the broadcast, and I continue. I love early season because there's always these opportunities to learn and grow. Norwalk not only scores the 2 touchdowns, gets a fumble, and it's really, you know, we even talked about it. We're like, hey, there's three carries for -3 yards. It's really easy as an athlete to start getting overconfident at that moment, and then you forget that it's about executing the next play. So I think you'll see a lot of growth even on little things like this from the Warrior defense.
Yeah, good opportunity here to bow up and get a stop in the red zone. It'll be first down and 15 at the 16-yard line. Landon Walters in the shotgun. He's going to pitch it out there. And good pursuit on the right side there, and the running back, Demarius Parker, is tackled, I believe, for a loss.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think Will Clark was part of that Harrison trip.
By the Warriors, Will Clark.
Yeah, there you go.
You're correct. Will Clark was the first one they mentioned.
The gain of 1 on the play.
Me and Coach W saw that one the same, at least.
So that brings up 2nd down and 14. I guess they do give him a yard on the play.
Okay.
Walters, another inside handoff.
Yeah.
Not too much doing inside there for Demarius Parker. He gets another short game. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Parker on the carry.
Yeah, you can really see how penalties can kill drives, right? You know, right now, without that penalty, they're at 3rd and 6-ish, but now 3rd and 11 becomes a whole different problem for the offense.
And we'll see what Lincoln's thinking here. You know, maybe they're thinking it's 4-down territory, and maybe they'll try to run it again here. Maybe they're gonna take a shot at the end zone.
You know, those windows just tighten up a little bit as you get closer to the end zone.
3rd down and 12. Ball at the 14-yard line. Man in motion. Walters looks to pass left. Hits his man underneath. It's going to be a short gain up inside the 10 to about the 7. To Aaron Guerrero. We've called that name before.
Nice job by the Rails on this drive, though. You know, they've really found a way to move the ball. After struggling in their first 2 drives, they've really found something there with these passes over the middle, stretching the defense out with some of their running game.
Yeah, just a nice short route there by Guerrero. Yeah. You know, find that soft spot in the defense, and now it's going to bring up 4th down and 4 at the 6-yard line. Warrior crowd comes to their feet, trying to get a big stop here.
Let's see what they dial up. Let's see if the Warriors are up to the challenge.
And we may have a timeout before the play there. Looked like they were going to maybe try to run to the right, but timeout called by Lincoln. They're going to think about this one, whether they're going to continue to go for it or set up a 4th down play. We'll take a quick break here on KNI KRLS and be back right after this. And back to live action here in Norwalk. The Warriors have just come up with a big stop inside their own 5-yard line there. It was a pass up the middle, in and out of the hands of the receiver, it looked like.
I thought good defense by Chase Borchert right there. He was right on that man. Let's keep an eye right here. I want to keep. Let's see if Norwalk doesn't try to go big right here and kind of pop the top off the defense.
They're going to take over on their own 6-yard line. 1:39 to go, first quarter. Warriors lead 14-0 over Lincoln.
Well, going to be Hookstein.
Hookstein on a keeper there. Going to get a little bit to the left side, but not much.
Hookstein on the carry.
Maybe they'll take that shot here on 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 7.
Going back to the 5-wide set. Let's keep an eye on what Coach Patterson, Coach Ramsden have called here.
Now they are going to huddle up.
Yeah.
We'll try to get you a Chicken Instant Radio update here at the next opportunity. 2nd down and 9, Norwalk at their own 7. Hookstein in the shotgun, 3 receivers right, 2 left, and that one's blown dead.
Well, what happened there, Skylar Olson went past the line of scrimmage to his lineup. He was trying to back up, so I think Coach Patterson, rather than get that penalty so deep in their own territory, he decided to take a timeout.
Well, while we have this break in the action, it's time for another Chicken Instant Radio update. And we back up here to look at some scores. I know I saw a PCM score in there. PCM 7, Newton 7, about midway through the first quarter. We mentioned Pella Christian off to the races, 28-3 over Panorama. Indianola 14-0 over Glenwood. We've got a scoreless game after one. Oskaloosa and Knoxville 0-0 after one. North Polk has added a field goal as time expired in the half. They lead Pella 17-0 at the break. A little bit of an eyebrow raiser on that one.
Well, and it's just something you're not accustomed to seeing, right? Pella didn't make the playoffs last year, and now they're struggling here as they start this season. Just not what we're accustomed to.
Hookstein gets some pressure on him in his back of his own, in his end zone. He had to get rid of it there, and it's incomplete on the left side. Good pressure that time up the middle from Lincoln.
Yeah, it's kind of the first time he's been under any duress tonight, and you can see that helped lead to the incompletion.
So that's going to bring up a rare 3rd and long for Norwalk so far in this one. 3rd and 9 from their own 7. We're inside the final minute of the first quarter. We got trips left, 2 receivers on the near side, on the right side.
Going deep.
Going deep. He's got a man, Dylan Rank. Oh, and it was, I think the defender just got a hand in there at the last second. Either that or Rank turned upfield before he had the ball.
I think Dylan saw a lot of green out in front of him, and we were kind of waiting for that. It did come a couple plays after what I was expecting. Really another good ball. Really, let's just compliment the defender. It looked like he was able to get his hand in to at least, even if he didn't hit it, it was enough to disrupt Dylan and cause the incompletion.
Yeah, I really thought we were looking at a 93-yard touchdown completion there, but doesn't quite make the connection to Rank. And now it's time for a punt here, and Hookstein does the punting.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Lincoln didn't have anyone back, so.
And they're going to pay the price. That one takes a good bounce past midfield, and it's going to roll dead inside the 26-yard line.
From the 9.
Yeah, let's see your math here.
All right, from the 9, that's going to be 41 yards, 67.
It's actually from the 7, 43. 24, 57 yards. We're going to call it 57 yards.
I had 67. You know what? Hey, I work at the elementary. You know, that's a pretty high number for me.
Maybe one of your kids is listening, and they'll call you out on that one.
They'll be all over me on Tuesday once we get back to school. Rightfully so.
So Lincoln's now going to take over here on their own 26-yard line. Just 25 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll see if Lincoln can mount another drive here. They just put together an impressive one that was stopped on downs at the 7. Little counter play here.
Little kind of an inside reverse counter action there. A little different.
Picks up a decent gain there. It's going to be the final play of the first quarter. Didn't see Clark gets credit for the tackle, and we're down inside the last 3 seconds. The clock's going to run out here. Gain of about 4 there, or maybe 3.
Yep.
So 1 quarter in the books here from Norwalk. The Warriors off to a great start, leading 14-0 over Des Moines Lincoln. We'll be back right after this on KNIA 3, The Stream. And welcome back to Norwalk. Mike Effner bringing you this one along with Chris Larson tonight. And the host Warriors off to a good start. A couple touchdowns there in the first 6 minutes. And they lead Des Moines Lincoln 14-0 as we go to the second quarter.
Yeah, what do you think? We got some Sweet Caroline playing. They're getting you ready for some Iowa State football tomorrow. And everybody's happy on a Friday night so far with a 14-0 lead.
And a 3-day weekend to look forward to. So Lincoln takes over now, and we're continuing the drive from the 29-yard line, 2nd down and 7, and a nice throw from Walters out to the sideline there. Anthony Moist with the catch. They're still going to be short of the first down, but a very manageable 3rd down coming up here for Des Moines Lincoln. Boy, Isaac Kakmarinsky's having a night. I think he's the early candidate for Player of the Week next week as we take another instant radio update by the Chicken. It's 35-3 Pella Christian over Panorama. That's only midway through the second quarter there. Cack, 39-yard touchdown run this time. 3rd down and 1. They're going to throw it, and it's overthrown there. Had a man out in the flat.
Yep, he was open.
Just missed him, so that brings up 4th down and 1. We'll see what Lincoln elects to do.
Yeah, kind of an interesting decision there to do that, but I think they're going to go for it here on 4th down. You almost have to, really, if you're Des Moines Lincoln right now. You got to get something to get the momentum on your side.
Right, and I feel like that play was there for them. If they made the connection, there was going to be at least a 1st down. But just put a little too much on it, a short throw. out into the left flat.
Well, here we go. 4th down and 1.
Yep. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. He's looking that way, but he hits his H back there in the flat. He makes a nice run after the catch.
Nice cut.
And I think he's going to get a first down out of it. So on 4th and 1, the rail splitters convert.
Yeah, had a chance right there to get the ball carry in the backfield, but just he let's give him credit. He made a really nice cut up to get that first down.
On the tackle for Norwalk.
Sutcliffe there, giving credit for that tackle.
It's like the humidity, the heat is kind of just stalling this game out a little bit right now, and Lincoln's kind of taking the air out of the ball as much as possible when they're on offense.
Yeah, it's going to have an effect. We'll watch for cramps there in the second half. Walters, overthrew his man. He had to get it over the first defender and underneath the next one, and he overthrew his receiver out there on the right side.
Yeah, a little overthrown. Tried to get their big tight end out in space and just weren't able to convert. Good coverage by Caden Tompkins.
So 2nd down and 10 now. Lincoln with the ball on their own 37. 10 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first half. And Norwalk leads the Rail Splitters 14-0. Inside handoff, and it's gobbled up. Maddox, Borchard, and Johnson got through the line in a hurry and just swarmed the ball carrier there. I don't know if that was Demarius Parker.
And
a player down.
Hopefully Demarius is all right, but let me tell you, that's what a Division I football player looks like right there in a high school game, right?
I told you we'd call his name a few times during the game.
Just a couple.
And we hope the young man from Lincoln is all right. He's kind of down on his all fours right now.
Might have had the wind knocked out of him, to be honest. He was taken down very hard by a very strong young man in Maddox Borcharding Johnson.
Yeah, 290-pounder. And if he falls on you and you land on the ball, that will knock the wind out of you.
You're going to feel it.
Touchdown, 11-yard, touchdown, 17-yard.
So he's slowly getting up now. And it's time for the Chicken Instant Radio update once again. Indianola off to a really good start tonight at home against Glenwood. The Indians lead the Rams 17-0 early in the second quarter, following a 31-yard field goal by Aiden Keller.
He did jog off the field. I think it's pretty safe to say he had the wind knocked out of him. I think he'll go and catch his breath on the sideline and get right back in there.
Yeah, I think that was a good diagnosis by you. That makes a lot of sense. He's okay now, and Lincoln faces 3rd and long here, 3rd and 14. That was a loss of 4. So 3rd and 14 from their own 33.
2-0 from Norwalk. This is Dwayne Johnson for KXNO's Football Friday Night, powered by
Walters again in shotgun.
There's a
little toss out to the left here, and a nice tackle. Well, now he gets some help from his friends.
There you go. Nice job. Caden Tompkins held the contain, and then DJ Harris, the outside linebacker, came and cleaned it up. Really nice team defense there by the Warriors.
Just a little misdirection on that handoff, and didn't fool anybody.
Nope, it was good. Good stuff.
So they're going to give him 1 yard on that, mark the ball at the 34. And it's going to be punt time now for Fisher Wilson. I believe his second punt of the night coming up. Clock running at 9:29 left in the second quarter.
Caleb Rodman's also a dynamic athlete back here, so let's keep an eye on him.
Low snap, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
And he's going to be swarmed under. Going to be a huge tackle for loss on the low punt snap, and Norwalk's going to take over at about the 17-yard line.
Yep. Roman Hale gets in there, I believe, number 53. Was that 53? And for sure, DJ Harris, who had a nice couple plays right there. Might have been Tristan Tuttle as well, we have 2 number 53s. I believe that was Tristan Tuttle right there.
So last week, Norwalk scored a safety on a bad punt snap by Pella. Now they get a low snap here tonight, and the punter, Fisher Wilson, was unable to come up with it in time, and there was a host of Norwalk players in on that tackle.
Yep.
So another stop on downs, if you will. They're going to take over at Des Moines Lincoln's 17-yard line with 9:14 left in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break, be back right after this on KNIA, KRLS.com. And welcome back to high school football from Norwalk, Iowa tonight. The host Warriors, ranked 6th in the state in Class 4A by the BC Moore rankings. They have a 14-0 lead on Des Moines Lincoln right now. We just had a injury timeout and a player still down for Lincoln. Is it the punter? Is it?
Yeah, it's the punter, but he's also had some nice runs tonight, if I recall.
Yeah, Fisher Wilson had a couple of nice carries on I think it was the third drive of the game for Des Moines Lincoln. He's up to his feet now, gingerly walking off the field. It was a low punt snap. He fielded it, and about 3 or 4 guys got a piece of him there as he was tackled for loss at the 17. And could be an ankle situation maybe, or
some sort of a lower leg injury, right? But the Warriors are going to take over in really great field position here, and let's see if they can't knock it in again.
Yeah, they might take a strike at things here on the first play. They might go for the jugular from the 17-yard line. Already a 19-yard touchdown run by Dominic Tigner early on, and then Dylan Rank a 17-yard touchdown reception about 2 minutes after that. Put Norwalk up 14-0 midway through the first quarter, and that's where we stand with 9:14 left in the second.
I always like to play a little Tony Romo here. You might not know that yet, Mike, but I'm going Braden Carlson right down here. He's the one man with the trips on the right. Let's see if they don't try and get Braden the ball. He's going in motion. Nope.
That's going to be a toss out to Tigner. Going to try to get some room and a good block out there by the receiver. Freed him up. And now he all the way into the end zone. He just kept following his blocks. Dominic Tigner's 17-yard touchdown run, his second score of the night, and it's 20-0 Norwalk.
Well, Dominic has had just a couple phenomenal runs. We really spread out the defense, right, with all our big receivers. And then Dominic kind of just picks his way, and he made 2 really good cuts through the Lincoln defense. He's a smaller running back, but he is super quick out there, and he's really hard to get your hands on.
I think it was Braden Carlson that had one of the really good blocks initially that freed him up to make that first cut. And once he got those legs churning, he was able to make some more moves. And then it was end zone after that. The extra point is good by Gabe Johnson, and it's 21-0. Norwalk now leads over Des Moines Lincoln, so the turnover essentially turns right into points, and they've scored off a couple of those tonight. And a big 3-score lead now for the Warriors. We'll take another break here. You're listening to high school football on KNIA-KRLS.com. So the Norwalk Warriors with a 1-play, 17-yard touchdown drive, taking 10 seconds off the clock. And we've got 9:04 left in the second quarter here. 21-0 Norwalk.
Yep, yeah, it looks like, number 84, who we don't have in our program, is going to take a shot at a kickoff here. I don't know who that is for sure. I'm trying to look by his mannerisms to see if I can't.
I'll try to find that here in a second. 84, I've got a Timothy Corselman, perhaps?
Tim Corselman. That looks like Tim Corselman.
And Tim Corselman puts one into the end zone for a touchback. So a good debut for him on kickoffs there.
I think he's a receiver maybe on the JV, and he also, you're going to hear his name on the basketball court over the next couple of years. Really nice young athlete for us here at Norwalk, a sophomore.
Just wanted to check the kickoffs from last week. No, Gabe Johnson handled them all a week ago.
Tim's got a little bigger leg, it looks like. You know, Gabe maybe does a really good job on those field goals, very accurate, but Tim really has a boomer of a leg.
The Warrior kickoff goes into the end zone.
So with that touchback, Des Moines Lincoln will take over at their own 20-yard line, down 21-0, 9:04 left in the first half. Man in motion, empty backfield now. Short, quick toss out there. It's going to be a short completion before the tackle is made by the Warriors out at about the 23.
All right.
Couple more scores to get to you on a Chicken Instant Radio update. Pella Christian all over Panorama tonight, 42-3, following a Benny Schurz 74-yard touchdown run. That one's late in the first half. And Oskaloosa Knoxville in a good one. It's 7-6 Oskaloosa. Knoxville missed the extra point, or that one would be tied. Little swing pass out there, nothing doing, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 there. Walters tried to hit the man in motion there on a quick little toss to his left, but unable to make the connection.
Okay, got a couple stats for you. After the first quarter, Landon goes in. He's 8 for 12. So a nice little start for him, and he's completed to 6 different receivers, and obviously we know Dominic Tigner with the 2 touchdown runs has really had a nice start to the game as well.
And a throw there by Walters. It looked like it went through the hands of the intended receiver and falls incomplete there on 3rd down and 6. So another stop, a 3 and out for Norwalk. They're going to get the football back. We'll see who comes out to punt here for Lincoln, if Fisher Wilson will be the man or if it'll be another.
Yeah, it looks like number 25 for them. Alejandro Pina Blades, right, who's had a couple catches as well.
Yeah, he's seen action on both sides of the ball. He'll handle the punting now. 4th and 6 from the 23. This time a good snap. There's some pressure, though. He gets it off. It's a low kick. It's going to be caught on the run out there by Rank. He hops over one tackle, and then is finally knocked out of bounds inside the 35. So great starting field position once again coming up.
Like that, to see that. That was Caleb Rodman on the return.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. And but what I like to see is he didn't call a fair catch. He was able to catch that, you know, get upfield, have some guts in there, and he did a really nice job. Again, Warriors with great field position. Let's see what they can do with it.
They're going to set up shop at the 34-yard line of Des Moines Lincoln here. Hookstein in the pistol here. Tigner lined up behind him. 2 receivers right, now a man in motion.
Still plenty of time on the play clock.
Fakes the inside handoff. Now gets a little pressure. He's going to take off and run. Not a lot of room to go, but he breaks the tackle. He's going to he's going to have a first down and more. Look at him go. Look at him go. He cuts it back to the left side. Touchdown, Landon Hookstein.
Well, there's the signature run of the night right there. Landon, they were trying, I do think they were trying,
Well, we do have a penalty down. We will warn you. It may come back.
I wonder if as he was getting downfield, somebody got a little exuberant and threw a block in the back.
And usually those aren't even needed. They just
shoot. Yeah, I definitely don't think it was needed.
So it would have been a 34-yard touchdown scramble. We can tell you about it anyway. I mean, he was pressured. He stepped up in the pocket. Looked like he might be met at the line of scrimmage. Initially, he broke a tackle, got loose over the middle, then saw some daylight to his left and outran everybody to the pylon. But it's coming back. Yeah. Blindside block.
Yeah, you see that when they get out in that open field. I think they were looking for Carlson on a little out and up route. He got pressure in the pocket, kind of ran into the mass of people, and all of a sudden he just shot out of there. Really a fun run by Landon. Too bad that that gets really hard though. You got to encourage your receivers to be blocking and stay engaged. Just that one they got caught.
Now when the block comes way downfield, you end up with a 1st and 3, and that's the situation now.
Oh, there he is.
He's got his man. He loops a nice throw down there. Touchdown, Skylar Olson. Beautiful touch pass there on the run by Landon Hookstein, and one play later they get the touchdown.
You know what? He's not going to get credit for running the touchdown, but he'll pass it in there. That's still good for his fantasy points this week. But did Landon not just show a lot of his greatness right there? It starts with the run, but not only that, just after a run like that, to get yourself back under control and show some composure. He was rolling out, and Skylar kind of found a little hole in the zone, and what vision by Landon to find him, and then Skylar obviously finished it off.
Yeah, and he had to put some good touch on that ball because there was a defender in front of him and behind, and he looped it perfectly right in there. PAT is just inside the right upright there by Gabe Johnson. So with 7:24 remaining in the second quarter, It's 28-0 Norwalk over Des Moines Lincoln on the pass reception there by Skylar Olson. Have to check the yardage out on that one, but we'll take it.
But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. Be back right after this. You're listening to high school football on KNIA, KRLS.com. And we're back to live action here in Norwalk. Warriors lead 28-0 over Lincoln. And the kickoff was fielded down inside the 10 there by the Rail Splitters, and good coverage again by the Warriors. Lincoln will start this drive at the 17-yard line.
Yep. A compliment to our special teams. I was going to say right before break, Braden Carlson made a really nice play on a little bit of a botched snap, and he was able to get it down, so we got that extra point. And then our coverage in kickoffs has been great tonight.
Oh, and good coverage there defensively on a quick swing pass out to the right side. About 3 Warriors there to force the receiver out of bounds.
Yep, and the biggest one right there was Harrison Tripp, our middle linebacker. He's a sophomore, but he is a fine-looking prospect and really playing good football this year for us.
So a short gain, they're going to mark it maybe 1 yard on the gain there. Bring up 2nd down and 9.
And again, this Warrior defense continues to just, prove to be stout early in this season, and really like what I'm seeing from them.
So let's see what Lincoln does here on 2nd down and 9. Walters back to pass, finds his man across the middle, and a nice gain after the catch. At the tight end out there.
That was big number 41.
Big Leo Jones. Sounds like a tight end.
Leo Jones. That sure does sound like a tight end, doesn't it? He was bumbling and rumbling down the field. Nice job by Max Sutcliffe and the other safety. I think we have a sub in there. Number 25, Nate Plattner out there. And doing a nice job getting him down. He was a big boy.
Yeah, the gain up to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 now, about midway through the second quarter here. Des Moines Lincoln with the football. They're down 28-0. Little pitch, toss out to the right side, and nothing doing. And again, that was Demarius Parker getting forced out of bounds there after a loss, I believe.
And Caden Tompkins making the play for Norwalk on the at his cornerback position. Again, doing a nice job on contain.
Yeah, you want your backs to go north and south, but that carry was all east and west.
Yep.
It loses a yard on the play, does Parker. Brings up 2nd down and 11.
Well, let's see if the Warriors defense can hold. We got 6:31 left in the first half.
Again, Walters in shotgun as usual. Inside handoff there, nothing doing, just a short gain back to the 35. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Probably have 3rd and 10 coming up.
Going to be 3rd and long again. Let's see what the Warriors can't dial up. Let's keep our eye on the big fellas up front. Tristan Tuttle, Maddox Borcharding, Johnson, and who else we got? Quillen McMurray.
Yeah, I believe it was Maddox that made that tackle.
See if we can't build some pressure if we want to dial up any of our linebackers coming in as well.
3rd down and 10. Here comes the linebacker blitz.
Yeah,
Walters has some time, finds a man wide open downfield. He's inside the 40, and now it's fumbled. So a big catch there. I think it was either Aaron Guerrero or number 15. It was Aaron Guerrero with the catch. inside the Warrior 40-yard line, but he fumbled. I didn't see who made the recovery there, Chris.
Caden Tompkins was on the recovery. I think it might have been Chase Borchert or Isaac Sutcliffe on the hit, kind of come from behind. But then let's really compliment Caden. What a great play. He hustled from the other side, his other side cornerback spot. He was coming up in pursuit, put himself in good position, and was Johnny on the spot to get the recovery.
So Mr. Tompkins, Mr. Turnover
Right.
so far. He had an interception last week, now a big fumble recovery, and Norwalk's going to take over at their own 37. So the turnover on the tail end of a big play by Lincoln. Now Hookstein finds his man out here in the flat, and that's going to be Rank, I believe, getting a first down, crossing midfield, and tackled at the rail splitter 48.
That's pretty advanced stuff there. A little RPO, I think, for the Warriors, if I am reading that correctly. But he was kind of reading that outside that defensive end, and nice 11-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like he had the option there to run or throw. He found Rank.
He's got a guy.
He's got a man deep.
Look at that.
Laid perfectly in there, and it's caught down inside the 5. The reception is made. That's Skylar Olson again. He is more than made up for that early turnover.
Absolutely. He's just got such good speed, and I just continue. All our receivers do such a good job with their route running, but just the accuracy of Landon Hookstein's ball just continues to be so fun to watch and root for.
42-yard completion that time on a perfectly thrown ball from Hookstein to Skylar Olson.
I think we had a little movement up front, possibly. Well, absolutely. Actually, I think what happened was maybe he didn't get in his stance already, and so he shifted. But the umpire came in and said he's all right. He can still move.
So they blow it dead, but no penalty. First and goal at the 6. Hookstein in the pistol. Hands it off. No, he's going to keep it. Taking off left. And he gets the seal block, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown. Landon Hookstein on a 6-yard run, and it's 34-0.
And, we talked about this earlier, right? It wasn't going to be if we win, it was going to be how we play. And the Norwalk Warriors are playing some really good football tonight.
So earlier, a long touchdown run called back for Hookstein. This one's going to count. He read that perfectly. They faked the inside handoff to Tigner. He took off left. The blocking was solid on the outside, and he was just basically able to walk it in to the end zone.
Gabe Johnson's extra point is up and good, and we're at 35 in the first half. You know what that means, Mike.
We've got running clock territory. It used to be you had to wait for the second half for that, but not anymore. We're going to have a running clock the rest of the way unless Lincoln is able to cut into this deficit.
I continue to be so impressed with the Warrior offense. Just a really nice job.
Yeah, looking like a well-oiled machine. And it's resulted in 35 points. The defense has set up a couple of those short drives, come up with some takeaways, and there's a lot going well right now for Norwalk.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about Landon has really only had pressure one time, I think, so it's execution at all the different levels. Great route running and speed and size from the perimeter wide receivers. Great job up front by our blockers. We got a great little running back in Dominic Tigner, and then Landon just continues to distribute the ball perfectly. Oh, and by the way, our defense is pitching a shutout as well.
Tim Korselman lining up for his third kickoff now. He put one in the end zone. Last time it came up a little bit short, and this one's going to be fielded inside the 7 by Lincoln, and he's swarmed under. Great special teams coverage down there.
There it is again. Isaac Sutcliffe and I believe Will Clark came together to bring down the ball carrier, and the Warrior defense will be back at it.
And before Lincoln begins this drive, it's time for the Chicken Instant Radio Update. At halftime, Newton leads PCM 14-7. Also at halftime, Oskaloosa 7, Knoxville 6. And late in the second quarter, Indianola has had their lead trimmed a little bit. Indianola 17, Glenwood 7.
Yeah, I'm with you. We definitely need to get a little chicken call for our,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get in there.
It really sounds like, to be honest with you.
We play it on their commercial, on their ad, so we might add it. We don't. If we do it every time, it might annoy people, but.
Lincoln was driving.
And that looks like Demarius Parker
blocked by, covered by Tristan.
Actually, no, it was David Wesley, number 5, trying to find something there on the right side, but again, a host of Warrior tacklers there, and it may be a loss on the play.
I feel like the defensive line of the Warriors is really starting to get a good push and letting the linebackers just roam free. You know, they're hitting the ball carrier 3 yards in the backfield.
Yeah, when you got 3 down linemen that can make that much of an impact and take up that many linemen, it frees up your linebackers, and they're good ones, to make a lot of plays.
Absolutely.
2nd and 14. Lincoln backed up at their own 13-yard line. Walters, oh boy, I thought we had a pick 6 in the making there. The throw was off target. It does fall incomplete.
Yeah, Chase Borchard had his chance right there. Probably had a chance at the interception. He was just going to make the tackle, though. Like, you know, it's still a fundamentally sound, really good play.
So that's where we stand from Norwalk.
So let's see what we can do here to get off the field again on 3rd down. So far, the Warrior defense and offense just with dominating performances.
So a 3rd and long once again for Des Moines Lincoln. It's a 35-0 hole they face here. Clock running. That ball is on target into the slot there. It's a short game, a manageable game, but it's going to be short of the first down. And likely another punt upcoming here for Lincoln.
You know, a little thing, but I think Coach Scallon's really going to like what he sees right there, because in that one, they were able to contain, rally, and tackle, and the ball carrier's 5 yards short of first down. And it looks like Lincoln's going to go for it here on their own 24-yard line.
Well, I'd say you got nothing to lose, but you'd like to maybe get off to halftime at 35-0, and they are going to go for it. 4th down and 4.
I guess we shall see.
Walters steps up, throws it up the middle. That was incomplete, but a flag is down. I think they're going to get pass interference on Norwalk.
Yeah, it might have been the little hook of the hip. I see a few people in the stands clamoring the hand over the head, expressing they think it was uncatchable.
Well, the fans always have the best vantage point.
That's right. I mean, they know.
Yeah, a lot of times people will get those NFL rules mixed up with the high school game or the college game. Every division has different rules, and the uncatchable doesn't always apply.
Yep. Well, it gives the Warrior defense a chance to continue to grind away. The running clock obviously is going to keep this game moving pretty swiftly.
The rail splitters, 38.
That'll be a good opportunity. Get those reserves in there quickly in the second half. Let a lot of kids play.
Well,
Walters back to throw, finds his tight end out there, but he might have heard some footsteps coming, and it's dropped out there by Big Leo Jones.
Big Leo. And I think the other thing that does for you is, let's be honest, we have a huge game next week. We got the #1 team in 4A coming in Lewis Central, and you want to be completely healthy. So you want to get these guys off the field, feeling good about themselves, and get ready to go for that game next week.
Yeah, fine line between wanting to stay sharp but also wanting to stay healthy. I think they've gotten enough good reps so far, and they'll get a few more in the 3rd quarter.
Absolutely.
To get that done, but you don't want to leave them in too long. 2nd down and 10 here. Walters looking to go down the field. He's got a man. It's
almost had it
ball's
twice.
Incomplete. Yeah, a couple guys had a shot at it there.
Yep, both are safeties. Max Sutcliffe kind of had it initially, and then was tipped, and Chase Borchard made a diving attempt. Both came up short, but really good hustle.
3rd down and 10.
Clocks continues to run on the incompletion. We're down to about 30 seconds here. 3rd down and 10 for Des Moines Lincoln. Trying to get something going here to go into halftime on a positive note. They did have 1 or 2 positive drives, but one ended on downs. There was a turnover off another big play across midfield. Just not their night so far.
Nope.
This could be the last play. Down to about 10 seconds. Walters has time. Throws and nearly picked off.
Caden Borcharding Johnson there on the coverage.
Caden Borcharding Johnson.
He closed quickly on that.
Did. Very nice.
Incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The clock runs out. And a good first half for Norwalk. They lead 35-0 over Des Moines Lincoln. A lot of positives to take away, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. You really couldn't have written a better script for the Warriors. Offense did their thing, spread it around. We had so many great plays. They had a couple little adversity moments, and they really bounced back and were sharp. And the defense was again phenomenal this week.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Norwalk Warrior Marching Band has been working hard this year preparing their new show, Yellow Brick Road. The show brings together the music of the hit Broadway show Wicked with current pop and rock music. Tonight's performance will include the first movement, The Journey Begins, featuring No One Mourns the Wicked, Follow the Yellow Brick Road, and Dancing Through Life. Followed by Country Road, Take Me Home, and No One Mourns the Wicked. This year's band is 150 members strong, representing every activity in the high school. This will be their first of 8 performances, so please cheer them on as they begin their season. Drum majors, Fred Frederick, Charlie Poppins, and Mitch Martinez. Is the band ready? Warrior Marching Band, we take the field in exhibition. Nothing new. How can we know? the next Norwalk Warrior home football game. Right at halftime. So how about another round of applause for the Norwalk Warrior marching band? Please welcome to the field the Norwalk Dance Team. The team is coached by Nicole Bregner, and members of this year's team include seniors Taryn Dunn, Natalia Hargan, and Juliana Warren, juniors Ariana Bacher, Jordan McConkey, sophomore Olivia Ewing, and freshmen Piper Circena, Marley Gruning, Maddie Holland, Elsie Johnson, and Kaya Stolo.
Steve walks really down the street with the rim pulled down low. Ain't no sign but the sun's feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Are you ready to dance? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? How does it go when the lights red? To the sound of the beat. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, you're gonna get shoot. Another one bites the dust.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your Norwalk Dance Team!
I'll just follow the not the yellow brick road.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank again the following sponsors for their support of Norwalk activity. Premier sponsors for this game is City State Bank and Great Gun Chevrolet. Stadium sponsors are Fairway, Unity Point Clinic, Family Medicine, Brochure Chiropractic, Lane Insurance, Remax, Precision Norwalk, and 10 Layer Design and Build. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, watch tonight's game tomorrow on demand on your computer. Simply go to Norwalk Athletics/activity website to find the link to view the game all over again.
What you doing?
Not much.
You doing this the whole game?
Yeah.
So, do you follow just the play? You enjoy it? Did you do anything on Wednesday night?
This is my first night.
First time?
back deep for the Rail Splitters. Anthony Moyes. And Pena Blades. With the kick for Norwalk.
I go down to Teddy.
Number 84. Tim. Horselman.
Yeah.
Horselman. His kick goes into the end zone for an automatic touchback. Down at 10. Lincoln at their own 20.
I go down to Teddy.
Yes, sir.
Blake Butters, the running back. The 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 8. Harrison Tripp on the tackle. Brings down the ball carrier, number 22, Demarius Parker. 3-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 11. Checking in for the Warriors, number 53, Roman Hale.
Timeout. First time out of the half.
Check that. That's number 53, Tristan Tuttle.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the results for the boys and girls cross-country team that competed in the Curtin Invitational. The boys took 1st place. The senior Donovan Card leading the way for the Warriors with a 5th place finish. Congratulations, boys. The girls squad finished 9th place overall, with senior Rayleigh Marlowe leading the way with a 47th place finish. The teams will be back in action at Marshalltown on Thursday, September 8th. Walters pass is incomplete to Jones. The Ray by 4th down and 11. Maddox forcing Johnson on the pressure for the Warriors. Walters punt is returned for no yard. 1st down and 10, Norwalk at the Des Moines Lincoln's 32-yard line. pass is complete to number 27, Dominic Tigner. 5-yard gain. Bring up second down and 5. Hookstein's pass is intercepted. It'll be Des Moines Lincoln's football. First down and 10 at their own 9. Walter's pass complete. Number 22, Devarius Parker. Brought down the play by Warriors, Will Clark. The Ravens second down and 4. Second for the Warriors, number 51, Quinlan McMurray. Parker on the carry. McMurray on the tackle for the Warriors. Loss of 1 on the play. We'll bring up a third down. Third and a long 5.
Timeout. Des Moines Lincoln. Their second timeout of the half.
Gentlemen, some of the other results and activities going on this fall. Norwalk golf team wrapped up their week with a 5th place finish at the 1 Louis Northwest Inline of the Legacy. Norwalk boys golf team shot a team record low for 480 of 308. The Warriors travel to Ottumwa on Tuesday, December 6th. Go golf team. Sweet winner. Get high, left side. Rip it. Timeout. It'll be a third down, 3rd and 5. Walter's pass ball is incomplete. Kenya Blades is the intended receiver for the Rail Splitters. It'll bring up a 4th down. On the coverage for the Warriors is Will Clark. There is a penalty marker on the play.
Holding, receiving team number 32. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Norwalk's ball, first down. Leave me alone. Mind your own business. And the font is already this big. Let's get the iPad. Yeah.
After Kaylor Rodman's spectacular punt return. Warrior football, first down and 10 at the 27. Dominic Tinder, running back for the Warriors, takes over the right side, picks up 7. Penalty markers, 2 of them on the play.
Illegal block in the back. Offense number 11. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's first down. Average of 3.
Take that. 3 penalty markers. It'll be first down, first and 21. Landon Hookstein connects with number 20, Skylar Olson. Takes him inside the 5-yard line where the Warriors, first and goal. Landon Hookstein over the right side. Warrior touchdown! Touchdown Warriors! Rank on a snap. Johnson's kick is up and good. 3:42 remaining in the third quarter. Norwalk Warriors 42. Point Lincoln Rail Splitters 0. Unofficial results of Norwalk's last scoring drive was 28 yards in 3 plays, taking 1 minute, 24 seconds off the clock, resulting in a 1-yard touchdown run by Landon Hookstein. For 6 yards. First and 10, Des Moines Lincoln at their own 7. trip on the tackle for the Warriors. Brings down the ball carrier. A 5-yard loss. It'll be second down and 15. Anthony Moyes takes to the left side, picks up about one. Cole Johnson on the tackle for the Warriors. Bring up a third down. Jackson Lamb, quarterback for Des Moines Lincoln. His pass falls incomplete. They'll bring up a fourth down and long. When Lincoln punt falls dead at their own 30-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 Warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, all sandwiches, let me repeat, all sandwiches at the concession stand have now been reduced to help fight inflation to $2. Or 5 for 10. Dominic Tigner on the carry for the Warriors. Takes over the left side of the line, picks up about 3. It'll be second down and 7. That's the end of the third quarter. Norwalk Warriors 42, Des Moines Lincoln 0. It's time, folks, to jump around. Landon Hookstein on the carry for the Warriors. Picks up 2. It'll be third down and 5. Brought down the play by number 61 for Des Moines Lincoln, Jamal West.
Are you live? When you're, make sure your audio's on external.
Dominic Tigner over the right side picks up about 8.
And it's on mic.
First and 10 Warriors.
They're both on external over here. Are they on microphone? Are they on audio, or auto, or manual?
They are on mic. They're in the middle of mic on these two.
That's on internal.
Inside handoff now gets a gain of about 5. We'll check on the ball carrier.
Number 24 is the ball.
Yeah, that's
Nathan Porter.
yeah, Nate Porter. So nice job by Nathan getting in there, and Tigner's coming back in. He didn't want to stay out too long.
He wants that third touchdown.
Well, and we told you he's a tough kid, so
Lincoln.
I think we are back on stream and radio. Right in time for a touchdown pass by Landon.
Landon had his man there right at the left pylon, just a little bit high, and couldn't bring it down.
Those of you listening on the stream, I got to thank Brian, Mike, and Jen for keeping us posted on a lot of thumbs down, and then finally I got a thumbs up, so it made me happy.
We like the thumbs up a lot more.
To be fair, we are working on it here, and great job. Thanks to Mike Grubb and Tim Geyer and all the people at Norwalk Tech for letting us join on the stream. It makes it hopefully enjoyable for the people at home.
Yeah, if you're listening, you can watch the game on Norwalk Warrior YouTube Productions. Pass to the end zone, just deflected away there. Landon Hookstein rolling out to his right and incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 6.
I like this play by Coach Patterson. Let's give Gabe a chance to not just kick an extra point. You don't know if obviously there's going to be some point in the year where we're going to need this. I love working on a field goal right here.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. 4th and 6 at the 14. It's a little more challenging than an extra point here. It's going to be about a 31-yard attempt. That'll be a good experience for Gabe.
Like I said, the senior class gave one of my favorite stories. Let's see if you can't knock it through.
31-yard attempt, good snap. Hold is down.
Boy,
the boot looks good. It's got plenty of distance, and it's right through the uprights. A 31-yard field goal by Gabe Johnson, who's been perfect on his PATs tonight. Now he adds a field goal, and it's 45-0.
Am I correct? I think you might have had this earlier. I think give credit to the whole combination. Obviously, we had the line up front, but I think we had Aiden Harder on the snap to Braden Carlson. Gabe Johnson on the kick. Does that sound about right
I know
to
it
you?
was Carlson on the hold.
Do we got a long snapper listed?
Long snapper is not listed. Yeah, it is. Dylan Rank.
All right. I don't know. Like I said, I thought I saw Aiden Harder sneak out of there, but maybe that was Dylan.
Well, let's say we take a look at another Chicken Radio update. A final score involving Pella. North Polk defeats Pella 24-7. Pella Christian having a much better night. 61-3 is the final. Pella Christian over Panorama. Oskaloosa in a defensive battle, 14-6 over Knoxville. That's still in the third quarter at last report. And that'll do it.
So there is an early season blunder right there. Both teams lined up going the wrong way, the opposite way. With the running clock, there's been a little bit of confusion on the change at the end of the quarter, and it was kind of fun to see. I think probably underneath the helmets we got some chuckles.
Yeah, if you're Coach Patterson, I think you probably maybe deep down enjoyed that a little bit, but he's not going to show that just yet.
The Norwalk coaching staff probably laughed at it a lot harder than Lincoln right now.
Kick fielded about the 10-yard line. Lincoln returner squeezes through a little bit of traffic and is taken down at the 27.
So getting back, I had a question for you. Are you a fantasy football guy?
You brought that up earlier. I used to be big time into fantasy football, played it about every year. I think the last year I was in it, I might have won. And then that group kind of broke up and have just never got back into it for a while.
Well, me and, Coach Livingston, who you're going to have on, along with one of our listeners tonight, Mike Lavelle, who I plan on beating in the first week, have a little league going. We might have to get you in there for next year. What do you say?
I think I'd be up for that.
Committed?
Yeah. Do you do fantasy baseball at all?
I do as well.
Okay.
I love all fantasy sports, though.
I wouldn't mind getting back in. I've got friends that do fantasy golf, so
okay.
It can get a little ridiculous, but
There's never, to me, there's nothing. Oh,
Oh, we got
there
a Des Moines Lincoln runner breaking into the clear here. Play started at the 26. He's finally wrestled down at about the 46, so gain of 20. That was Alejandro Pena Blades there. We've called his name a few times tonight, showing off some speed up the middle there.
All right, well, we've committed you to that. We're going to have to get you involved and, now that you're part of Warrior Nation this year.
Now, is Livingston one of those guys that just kind of hangs out on that waiver wire and picks everybody up?
Well, pretty much his whole, good job by the Warrior defense, swarming on the tackle. His whole MO is he lets his 6th grade son Lane make his picks, and then he blames him if it doesn't go well, but he takes all the credit if things do go well.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah, a very, very smart choice by him. Should we try and see if we can't get some of these second string guys who are out there? I see our cornerbacks are, I think, Nate Plattner, Caleb Ockenpaw, number 19 out there. Nate Plattner's out there. Number 21 is Caden Stumbaugh.
Fumble the snap.
There we go.
Fumble the snap.
I think we got it.
Nobody's signaling yet. I thought maybe the Lincoln guy was able to fall on it.
So who else do we got out there? We got Caden Kozad and Cooper Hastings. Oh, I'm working through it. If you're a parent watching this on Saturday morning, I'm doing my best. Aiden Kane, one of my favorites. He's kind of a hype guy on this team. One of the energy guys. Good to see him getting a little playing time out there. We also have number 53, Tristan Tuttle or Roman Hale, because one of them is playing. I'm pretty sure Tristan Tuttle's on the line, so that's probably Roman Hale there. We're going to get that number situation, because if they're both defenders, we got to get that figured out.
Yeah, I can't have them on the field at the same time, right?
Right.
3rd and 10 right now for Des Moines Lincoln.
Let's see.
Looks like the backup quarterback in there now.
Kane trying to get there. 59 also.
Jackson Lamb, I think, appears to be the backup quarterback for Lincoln there. Rolled out to his right, threw with the left hand, incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 9. I think they're going to go for it here.
Caden Stumble, who do we got over here? 21. Who's the safety? 25. 26. Well, I don't know. I'm seeing double because I see 2 25s at safety. It might be 25 and 26. We don't have a 26 listed. It is early in the season, fellas.
Well, I'm hoping to have glasses by next week. Maybe you should bring yours.
I think that's only fair. Oh,
Lamb going to chuck it way downfield, but out of bounds. He was
out of bounds.
He was pressured pretty good there as he rolled toward the right sideline. So on 4th and 9 or 4th and 10, it falls incomplete. Warriors are going to take over 4:37 and rolling here as they'll take over at the Des Moines Lincoln 47.
As they're running off, I think that might have been Bentley Smith out there as well in the secondary. So nice job by the Warriors getting off the field. Nice job. And we did have a 26 out there, but I did not see him on our roster. Let me see if I can see when he takes his helmet off.
You can dig a little deeper. I know that roster had some guys listed on another page.
I think that is actually who I just said. Bentley Smith.
Isaac Peter?
I don't know. I think it's Bentley Smith, but
okay.
It could be Isaac Peter. So I apologize. It's one of you two, and we're working out some kinks here as well.
Well, let's hope so. And then Norwalk takes over here. I think they threw an incomplete pass there. Time for another Chicken Instant Radio update. It's tightening up in Indianola. The Indians led 17-0 earlier. Now Glenwood has made it a 17-10 game, and still 6:59 left in the third quarter.
Well, let's see what we do here. Aiden Harder gets some good reps here, right? You never know when he's going to need to do that. Obviously, he'll be working with the JV team as well in those games and getting some good work there.
2nd down and 10. Handoff now. Inside handoff there to...
It's Nathan Porter.
Nathan Porter again.
Good hard running, right?
Yeah, able to make it a much more manageable 3rd down.
Excuse me, Caden Mendoza there on the carry. Nice run by Caden. He ran hard right up the middle.
Gets it down to the 43-yard line, gain of 4. 3rd down and 6 now for the Warriors. The clock is now under 3 minutes. Been a very fast second half here.
Absolutely.
The game is only about 2 hours old.
Well, let's see what Aiden has dialed up here. Let's also, Hunter Benson is in there. Will Patterson we talked about earlier. We have Colton Haringa out wide. Let's see where Aiden decides to go with the ball. Well, we're going to go pitch.
Going to toss it. Toss right. Cuts back inside, beats one man, and stumbles and rumbles ahead for the first down to the 36-yard line. That was Porter.
Yep, nice job. Phoenix Jones also in out there at receiver. I'm going to try and see if I can't get a few. Hunter Newberg and Ronan Farrell out there, I believe, on the line. 71, that'd be Zach Dawson. Said Hunter Newberg.
Clock down to 2 minutes now. 1st and 10 at the 36. This time a little handoff to the left side and some good hard running again. Breaking tackles down close to another first down.
We also have number 52, Jake Ferguson. And is that number 76, Andrew Wolf, I believe? I think we got them all.
You got them all.
Hey, yeah, you got to get those glasses checked.
Next week I'll be spotting dimes on the other sideline.
We're working on you. I mean, important things. Get glasses. Join a fantasy football league. I mean, they're all important.
2nd and 1 after that 9-yard run. Still operating in the shotgun. Toss out to the left side.
Nate.
Cuts it outside. Nate Porter again inside the 20. First down carry down to the 18.
Good run. Maybe have time for one more play. See if the Warriors can't knock it in an end zone.
A couple more guys checking in. Big number 73.
There you go. That's William Super. I know that one.
You didn't even have to look.
That is my guy, William.
I think that gets the student section to their feet as well. So, and a chant.
There's William right there getting in there. Looking good. He was.
They're going to take a knee.
Nice job.
They get it down to the 17-yard line, take a knee, 30 seconds to go, and that's going to do it here from Norwalk. An impressive showing by the Warriors. That's for the 2nd year in a row. They get the year in a row. They get the record to 2-0. After a 44-20 win over Pella last week, they followed up with a 45-0 shutout win over Des Moines Lincoln tonight. Very impressive, Coach.
Yeah, just honestly, you couldn't ask for much more than what the Warriors showed tonight. They got through a couple early, just a very slight bit of early adversity. They played great on offense. They played great on defense. You can't feel much better going into the huge matchup with top-ranked Lewis Central next week.
And you've given Lewis Central a lot to scout. They've got 5 receivers they have to worry about. You got your quarterback who can run at any time. You've got a quick running back now in Dominic Tigner. And then a pretty imposing defense to worry about.
Yeah, and not to mention, I think we came out, really reasonably, if not completely healthy.
Yeah, as far as we know, that's the case. So, excellent performance by Norwalk. They defeat Des Moines Lincoln 45-0. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some stats. We'll have our Greg Young Chevrolet radio key play and player of the game. And hopefully, eventually, head coach Paul Patterson of the Norwalk Warriors will make his way to the booth to talk about this one. So, we'll be back shortly. You're listening to High School Football on KNIA, KROS.com.